electronic devices is a part of our daily life. We hardly think of the way the world would be without electronics, from home equipments to space technology and healthcare equipment to defense devices. Majority of these equipments are incomplete without electronic circuit. In fact, there are more electronic gadgets in the world than humans. These electronic gadgets are made up of electronics components. So, in this video, you will learn about classification of electronic components. Electronics components are the basic building block of electronic circuit or electronic system. The electronic components are generally classified into two types: active components and passive components. Let's start with an active components. An active component is an electronic component which supplies energy to a circuit. Yes, which supplies energy to a circuit. The example of active component is all the power sources. For example, battery continuously delivers energy to a circuit during discharging. Another example is power supply that we are using in our laboratories, which act as a voltage source or current source. Even photovoltaic device or solar cell, which converts energy of light directly into electricity, is an example of active components. Another definition of active components is active components depend on source of energy. Yes, it depends on a source of energy. It can also control the flow of current and amplify electrical signal. All the types of transistor like BJT, MOSFET, JFET is used to amplify and switch the electronic signal is an example of active components. All the different diodes, including light emitting diode, is an active component as its operation depend upon the input voltage. Integrated circuits, as they cannot work without source of energy, is another example of active component. Another category of electronic component is passive components. A passive component is an electronic component which can only receive energy, which it can either dissipate, absorb, or store it in an electric field or a magnetic field. Yes, the difference is over here is which can only receive energy. Passive elements do not need any form of electrical power to operate. Passive component cannot amplify, oscillate, or generate an electrical signal. Resistor can only receive energy which it can dissipate as a heat as long as current flow is an example of passive component. Capacitor stores energy in it as electric field. Inductor stores energy in form of magnetic field is an example of passive component. Antenna can transmit or receive radio waves, but it cannot act as a source of energy. Therefore, it is also a passive component.